Hey guys, I'm Nikki Fredrikson, and on this edition of Meet the Wolfpack, I am joined by Wolfpack's soccer team's Katie Hardy. Katie, so tell me about school, because you are in your last year of school in nursing. So how is that going?
It's really busy. So I'm only in classes 2 days a week, and then I'm in the hospital the rest of it. So getting some work done there, getting some hands-on stuff, and then it's busy. It's good though.
What floor are you on at the hospital?
I'm on 5 South, so I work in peds. But it's a leadership position, so I'm with the educator. So
cool.
We work with the nurses and kind of providing them with resources that they need to do their job. So
that's awesome. Do you have like a favorite floor that you've been on in the hospital, or somewhere that you think you'd want to be working on?
Well, this summer I ESN'd in Salmon Arm, so I did like a student nurse role, and I worked in the Emerge ICU, and I loved it. I didn't realize how much I love it. I just really like the quick pace of it. It was really exciting. So I could see myself doing something like that.
Okay,
yeah, for sure.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. How do you balance nursing with soccer though? Because nursing is a very hard hands-on course.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not very flexible because we have to be at the hospital for 12-hour shifts. Mm-hmm. But the nursing faculty is really good. So there's 2 different sections. So I usually just pick whatever section is more compatible with their soccer season, and then trying to make it work from there. I've been pretty lucky that it's actually worked out pretty well, but it's been hard. I picked my placement this semester because I knew I'd be off by soccer practice time, but it's been good. Awesome.
And you took a year off of soccer actually, so how was it coming back after that year?
I was really nervous because I decided to come back a couple weeks before training camp. So I was really worried about my fitness and things like that. But once I got back, I just enjoyed it so much that it was okay. Definitely needed to get a lot more touches on the ball, but it was good. We had such a young team too, and then I was thrown into a bit more of a leadership role this year, so that was also a bit challenging, but it was good. Yeah.
What made you decide that you wanted to come back and do one last year?
I think just because I missed it so much the year before. I had a hard couple first years with some injuries, and it wasn't the greatest experience, but I just missed the game so much that I was I thought I'd give it another go.
Yeah. So your final season is over now. Yes. So how was it being a senior and then graduating off of the program?
Right. It was definitely a hard season to be graduating because we did have such a young team, and it was a building year, so we did lose a lot of games, so it was very frustrating. But at the same time, it was really nice to just have a fresh bunch of girls and really build as a team and kind of look long term and develop those skills right away.
Yeah. So there was a lot of first years on the team, I guess newer players for you. So how was it coming in and having that full year of girls that you didn't play with, and then coming in and being a leader on the team for them?
Yeah, it's definitely really weird. I remember coming to training camp the first day, and I looked over to one of my friends who was another vet, and I was like, so where are all the other vets? And then she's like this is it. No one else is here. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was so weird. You're so used to playing with some players, especially in the midfield. You become a team, especially in your units on the field, and so it was definitely an adjustment, especially no one knew each other. So yeah, it was definitely challenging, figuring out who worked well together and whose styles of play worked well together. Developing chemistry as a team it's challenging with so many new players.
Yeah, sounds like it was quite the year to come back and then graduate with too.
Yes, exactly.
So when you're not playing soccer or doing your nursing, what do you do for fun?
Well, not a lot of time. Well, I like to rock climb. I do that whenever I can get the chance. Go visit my family. They live in Salmon Arm, so they're not far. So I'll do that. Honestly, I don't even know anymore. It's just been so much school and soccer.
Yeah.
I would just go for a run, read a book, or go for coffee or something.
So when you're rock climbing, are you doing that outside, or are you doing that in a rock climbing gym?
Well, I do go to cliffside, but preferably I like to climb outside.
Okay.
But like now it's like snowing and stuff. Can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it outside better. Yeah, it's more fun. You can in the gym you kind of have to do the certain moves or whatever to get up the wall, whereas outside you like whatever works, you just go for it.
How did you start like getting into like rock climbing?
Well, when I was working as a student nurse in child psychiatry down in Vancouver, one of my coworkers is a rock climbing instructor. So she was like, hey, want to go climbing with me in Squamish one weekend? And I was like, absolutely. So like the first time I ever rock climbed was in Squamish, which is like, now my expectations are so high for rock climbing. So it was awesome.
That's really cool. So are you doing it like where you don't have like a rope tethered, or are you roped off?
Roped. I'm roped in, but I learned how to lead climb not too long ago. So that's like when you have the rope, but you clip in and then you climb past it. So if you fall past your last bolt.
Okay.
So, yeah. So it's a little bit.
That's
it gets your
cool,
nerves
though.
up. Yeah, it's a little bit scary.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So as someone who's gone through the Wolfpack program now, what advice would you give a first-year athlete?
Well, I would say, because I didn't want to do sports, like I was nervous about it because I didn't think I'd be able to manage it with a nursing schedule. I would just say, go for it because you love the sport so much. Don't give up on it just because you're worried about your like education. It's manageable. You can do it. You make time for it, and it makes you a better student. So I would say go for it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're super busy, so we will let you go, but thank you so much
Yeah, no
for being
worries.
with us. This has been Meet the Wolfpack.